Hey everybody, I just got in from a walk with my pup. Here's one of them, Miss Millie. And I wanted to share some thoughts with you. Every day I've been sharing a few thoughts that have been coming to me upon a walk, and maybe a little wisdom to help you get through this time. Hey Christopher, how are you? Nice to see you here. Hi. So I'm sitting on my back porch, and I want to show you if you can see how pretty it is over here right now. It's really beautiful, and I'm just taking it in. I'm taking it in right now, but I wanted to share with you this information that came to me. So today, this man kind of started bullying me on one of my feeds. He just didn't like what I had to say, and I was simply posting something about some hand sanitizer. It was very simple. And he was being very bullyish, and I really felt sorry for him. I felt sorry because I know that if somebody's really lashing out at the world around them, hey Sheila, hey Sally, if somebody's really lashing out at the world around them, they're hurting. They're hurting down deep inside. You have to think of that person as being a child who is maybe throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum. A child, hey Tracy, hey Charles, maybe a person who, hey Steven, a person who is not feeling very loved. So there's a tendency when someone's that way that they lash out. They don't realize that it's the little kid inside of them who's hurting. I remember back when my daughters were in high school, my youngest was in high school still. Hey Lucinda. There was a bully who was bullying another kid, and my daughter stood up to the bully, and protected this other kid. But then she ended up taking the bully under her wings to find out what was going on with him, and they became great friends because she saw that he was pretty much being bullied at home, that there was pain there, that the little boy inside of him was being beaten up. So it's so important right now when we're during this time, right? We're in this time where people are getting short-sighted with each other. Especially if you're in your home. Oh my goodness, you're spending so much time with a partner, and you're feeling like, I just want to kill that person. Thankfully, I'm not feeling that way with Charlie and me. We kind of know our limits. If we're starting to feel any kind of weird way, we'll go to our separate rooms and sit down and watch TV or do something separately, and then we're fine, But a lot of people don't have that opportunity, or they don't know when to separate. They just want to blame the other person for what's going on. So for me, what I do is, if I recognize that I'm starting to get stressed, I know that that's the little kid inside of me. She's either in fear, she's in pain in some way, maybe she's stressed out about something, and I know that she's hurting, It is up to me to take responsibility to love her and nurture her so she's no longer hurting. By doing that for myself, then it gives me different eyes for the people around me. So if my hubby is having a moment that he's being snippy, I can look at him and see that it's the little boy inside of him who is hurting. It's the little boy inside of him who's feeling stressed or maybe not connected. Maybe he hasn't meditated that day or sat in connection and taken a few breaths. Maybe he's projecting too much into the future about our businesses or whatever, right? I mean, your mind can go 1,000 different places. But by seeing him as when he's in that moment, or the man on my Facebook page today, when you see that, you can see that they're hurting. You see that they're not in connection. They're not connected to themselves. They're not connected to God. They're not connected to spirit, whatever you want to call it. They're disconnected in that moment. And we all do it. We all do it. But it's to recognize that when other people are there and doing it, that you don't match their energy. It's all about vibration. And so when someone's like that, they're emitting a vibration of pain and suffering. We want to keep ours up. We want to keep ours up so that it's high, so that they can rise above their crap and match us. I mean, think about when you go to a party and the party's kind of dull, right? It's dull. Then all of a sudden somebody walks in who's like the belle of the ball, the party person, and the energy of the party changes. All of a sudden it becomes alive and everyone is having more fun. Well, that's somebody with a higher vibration. Be that person. If you're in a situation where somebody's getting snippy, rise to the occasion and say, I'm going to rise above this. Hey Robbie, hey Bonnie, I'm going to rise above this. I'm going to be at a higher vibration, knowing that this person is hurting. And I'll tell you real quickly how this came about for me. Years ago, with my late husband, I had just started on my spiritual journey, and we were talking one day, and I was just being really pissy to him. I was like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." I had this flash in my mind of him being a little boy. And as I saw him as this little boy, I saw in my mind him saying, please don't beat me up anymore. I already feel bad enough as it is. And it took my breath away, right? It just absolutely took my breath away. So that was the awakening of recognizing that we're all hurting inside. Then it was after that that little Theyre, my inner child, showed up one day when I was meditating, and I was told to start loving her, and ended up writing about it, my journey with awakening to her. So just know that when people around you are snippy, when they're taking their pain out on you, it is just that, it's pain. They're hurting. Have compassion for them, but also have compassion for yourself, right? Because we do it too. I mean, I'm a Scorpio, and used to, when I was in pain, boy, whoo, that tail could come out and whoosh, it could just slash you like a knife. Because I had that side of me, and I still have that side of me, and luckily I don't go there very much at all anymore, but I used to. So I had to start looking at it and going, why am I doing this? Why am I lashing out? And it was by developing that relationship with the little girl inside of me and saying, I love you, what's hurting? And then getting to the bottom of what's hurting, taking full responsibility for my happiness and my healing, that lashing out started going away. So it's just food for thought today. Just food for thought, because hold on, I'm sitting on a step and my rump is getting a little tired sitting on the edge. Just think about yourself right now. Think about how you're reacting. How you're reacting to the people around you. Are you being hard on yourself? Are you having compassion for yourself? Are you being kind and gentle to yourself? Okay, those are things we want to think about right now, because this is a stressful time. And we really have to think about, how would I want to be loved? How would I want to be nurtured? And then we have to do that for ourselves. And then through doing that for ourselves, that we then start seeing people with the eyes of God. We start seeing people with the eyes of love and compassion and forgiveness. So food for thought. Just wanted to share it with you, because I'm just seeing a lot of people getting at their wits' end right now. And from what we heard today, our state may be opening up in Georgia. I don't know. But there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of stress. And when we are stressed, we take it out on the people around us. And I know you don't want to do that. I know you want to have loving, kind relationships with the people that you love. So take that in, chew on it, think about it, share it, please share it, because the more we bring compassion into ourselves and see each of us as wounded individuals, wounded children, then we'll quit expecting so much from the people around us and for them to be perfection, and the same way for ourselves. And instead we'll see them with the eyes of love and with an open heart. And that's what the world needs right now. I think that's one of the big things that we're being called to pay attention to right now, is to open our hearts, become a family within our own families, connecting, but become a global family. You know, my actual company is called Enlightened Family, The Enlightened Family, and I feel so strongly about that. Let's create this one within ourselves. Let's bring it into our homes, and then let's bring it into our world. And that's how we create change. So thank you for being here. Hi, Teresa. I'm so glad you're here. Carla and Amanda. Thank you guys for being here. Please share. And if you haven't liked my Women Leaders of Love page, please do, because we're always posting all kinds of good videos and inspirational and wisdom to help you walk through this stressful time. So have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.